Today, I'm going to be talking about Dr. Disrespect and the recent news that's came out about him. If you don't know who Dr. Disrespect is or think he sounds familiar, he was one of the most popular Twitch streamers, getting tens of thousands of viewers. He also played with his friends and other big streamers like Tim the Tatman, Southernmit1G, and others, being in videos and live streams with them playing video games as he does. Dr. Disrespect was a character played by Herschel Guy Beam IV. The character consisted of a tall, fit, rich, successful, prideful, quick and witty dude that wore sunglasses and had a mullet with a nice mustache. Doc is a pretty tall dude standing at 6'8", and even played D2 basketball at California State Polytechnic University in Pomona, California, located 30 miles east of downtown LA, which is the equivalent of a 3-hour car ride in LA. This school actually has some good credits, as it has won 14 NCAA national championships, and athletes from there, both former and current, have won 7 Olympic medals altogether, 3 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze. It also has been highly ranked in several national program rankings. It looks really nice as well, looking at pictures online of it, and not gonna lie, looking at stats, the school did good during his seasons there, and Doc might have been a little nasty at basketball. But Doc would also start playing Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 in college. He was well known in the Halo community for his gamertag at the time, Diarrhea Panic, and for his trash talk in the in-game voice chat against other players. He'd also get back-to-back wins at the Blockbuster Video Game Championship in 1993 and 1994. He started his journey online by uploading a YouTube video on January 12, 2010, a video of Modern Warfare 2 clips and a mix of trash talk. A year later, on March 16, 2011, Doc would end up working with Sledgehammer Games as a community manager. Then on March 1st, 2012, he would work on level design and start making maps for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. He made the maps Solar, Horizon, Instinct, Ascend, Recovery, Sideshow, Site 224, and Quarantine. I personally loved Sideshow. It's an unlocked memory thinking about it now. He is also married and a father of 1 daughter. He would start streaming on the website Twitch back whenever it was called Justin TV or Justin.tv, and ended up quitting his job at Sledgehammer Games on September 29, 2015 to become a full-time streamer. His popularity would increase heavily when the Battle Royale genre of video games would become popular. He would play games like H1Z1, PUBG, Black Ops 4's Blackout Battle Royale game mode, and others, and eventually Warzone. He had a stream that reached a total concurrent viewership of 388,000 people at one time watching, which is a little less than the record set by Ninja at 410,000 viewers. He would end up getting multiple collaborations in his time. Companies like Turtle Beach, who make headsets for gamers, are very well known. Gillette Razors, FanDuel, a sports betting website, and Mountain Dew's gaming energy drink Game Fuel, which is pretty good, including being a collaborator with the NFL sports team, the San Francisco 49ers, as he's grown up in California. He'd also be in video games like NBA 2K23 and I think NBA 2K24, and Rogue Company, of course, playing himself in all of these and having his own skin in each game. He'd also develop a map that was Dr. Disrespect themed for Rogue Company, which was pretty good and also looked pretty good as well. He'd also get awarded the Esports Industry Awards Streamer of the Year, and also get the Game Awards Trending Gamer Award in 2017, and was also awarded for the Esports Awards Streamer of the Year in 2019, and nominated in 2021. He even launched his own book talking about his life. He'd also dip into the video game development world again by creating a AAA game studio, which is the highest rank of game development studios, and it was called Midnight Society. And the game that they were making, called Dead Drop, was supposed to be a battle royale. It had a mix of dark, futuristic, and cyberpunkish looks, which I really liked, as I do love cyberpunk and the look and just the overall idea of cyberpunk itself. I love that idea. I thought it looked very well. He streamed himself playing the game a little. It looked to be slowly but surely going to be a great game. He'd also make a bourbon company called Black Steel Bourbon. Doc would have a lot of success on Twitch with only 2 incidences while he was on the platform. One in 2017, where he admitted to being unfaithful to his wife, which here's the clip.
Hey guys, kind of having a little bit of an announcement, and I just want to be completely transparent with you guys. As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid, And I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful, and and uh, and I'm probably going to be taking some time away, time off, to focus on um, stupid fucking mistakes, man. I'm gonna take time off to focus on my family, and so I just wanted to let you guys know that. And I apologize to you guys and Slick Daddy. I apologize to you guys, my sponsors and Twitch. And this is not who I am. It's not what I represent. And that's it.
Another one would be at E3, an event where upcoming games would be shown off by developers. Think of it as a Comic-Con, but way cooler and more hygienic, and for video games. But to go on, Doc would do a stream at this event on June 11th, 2019. Doc and his cameraman during this in real life stream would end up going into the bathroom and showing the stream the inside of the bathroom on 2 occasions. They were trying to do, I think, a bit where Doc was peeing in a stall and it would show how tall he was and try to make some funny jokes out of it, but this was not allowed by the venue or Twitch's rules. This ended up getting him banned for 2 weeks, and he'd be unbanned on June 25th of that year. But Dr. Disrespect would be permanently banned out of nowhere from Twitch on June 26, 2020. Twitch's official statement on the situation would be, quote, "As is our process, we take appropriate action when we have evidence that a streamer has acted in violation of our community guidelines. These apply to all streamers regardless of status or prominence in the community." Doc was also streaming when he supposedly found out he was getting banned, and he looks at his phone and his mood changes completely. Doc would also lose a lot of partnerships and sponsorships due to this ban, even though that it was found to be out of nowhere and for no actual reason, like no one knew yet. One immediate loss was his partnership that he had with Discord, supposedly losing his partnership due to breaking their rules as well. He also lost 2 huge upcoming deals with Nike and Oakley as well due to the ban, and Doc even had Oakley prototypes he could have shown everyone, and possibly Nike ones as well, as he talked about it on stream one time. He got banned with over 4 million followers on Twitch, and had recently, 2 months ago before this ban, signed a 8-figure deal with Twitch to exclusively stream on there, and no one knew exactly why for the longest time, not even Doc himself, on why he was banned. The rumors that I remember were he tried to show off his offers that he had from other streaming services, I guess to try to get a bigger deal out of Twitch or something like that. And that's why he was banned, which also at the same time doesn't really make sense because he got banned 2 months after signing his deal. I don't really know. Other than that, no one really knew, and Doc himself didn't know for the longest time as to why he was banned. Everyone that asked Twitch staff and Twitch streams during these 4 years, they wouldn't say anything either. They would just say either flat out, no, we're not unbanning him, no, we're not telling you why, or they would make up these weird things like the CEO did during a Mizkif stream. The only thing that we had close to what was going on was a tweet from someone named Slasher a day after Twitch's statement on the ban saying, "Look, for several hours now I have been told from credible sources the reason Dr. Disrespect has been banned. However, due to the importance and sensitivity around the subject, I have refrained from going on it. I don't feel comfortable with it currently." To add a little more context I completely forgot about while making this video, what started all of this, talk of the Dr. Disrespect ban again, was this clip from Destiny's podcast from 2 months ago. 2 months ago, they were talking about Dr. Disrespect's ban, and apparently for whatever reason now, the stuff is just now coming up and getting popular from it. And honestly, thank you to this dude, because my Twitter absolutely popped off. On this one specific tweet that has over 2.1 million views, I have probably over a 250,000 views on just all my tweets in general, because I responded to some people, and those tweets went crazy. I know that it only shows 347 views or 347 likes, but I had so many replies. I was talking to people on Twitter. My Twitter was just going crazy this day. for the whole Dr. Disrespect drama, because I said some stuff like, why would this not be exposed sooner if that was the case? And someone said, because nobody watches podcasts. And I said, correction, nobody watches Destiny's podcast. I watch a couple myself. And people were like, they didn't even know he had a podcast and stuff. Sad part is, though, I did not pop off good enough to get on Bo Black's Twitterverses series. And that's what I've wanted for so long. Like, every once in a while, if I, like, dabble myself into a drama, like, I start talking about it, and maybe my stuff pops off, I will go and I'll, like, go look at the video and just skim through it really quickly to see if I made it on there. Maybe one day I will be popular enough, or I'll have a tweet that pops off, and I'll finally make it on there. And if I do, or if I have before, like, message me on Twitter about it, because I really want to see myself in one of these videos. It'd be insane. My pinned tweet on Twitter, go follow me on there, by the way, at PERK3030, is me just, like, having a thread of people that have, like, shouted me out and stuff before. I know that I'm missing a couple off of there, but I would love to add to that, you know.
Over a two-decade-long career. Surely my word carries
Dan,
weight.
it's been a long time.
Please tell us.
Yeah, it's been a long
It's so
time.
long that the person involved is probably okay now.
My memory is really bad because this was like 2 years ago, and I was in Outpost buying a minicopter, and I remember someone saying Dr. Disrespect got banned from Twitch because he was messaging underage girls on Twitch.
Why he said that?
Wait, what?
That's not it.
We're about to learn all about the DMCA process now.
That's what I'm saying. What I heard in Rust.
Did he say that? Why did he say that?
He must have heard it.
Am I not allowed to say what I heard in Rust?
Dan, that's insane.
His crew
what
on
you just
Rust
said.
is
That's
wild.
insane. If I'm the doc, I'm suing you right now.
I would actually sue you.
But on June 21st, 2024, an ex-Twitch employee by the name of Cody Connors tweeted he got banned because he got caught a minor in the existing Twitch Whispers product. He's trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. No one made the wrong decision of him and his boys. Doc ended up responding to Jake Lucky, a news guy that Doc watches from time to time on his streams. He responded to a quote tweet from Jake about the situation, saying, "Jake, seriously? I get it. It's a hot topic. But this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged. And they paid out the whole contract." People didn't like this response, as these are pretty big allegations, and people didn't think he said enough in this. To me, the response was fine, besides the word acknowledge, which also people called out as well as suspicious. But Doc made another response the next day, saying, "Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can. Say, since this is the effing internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoings was found, and I was paid." Which is a better response, but people also didn't like this response either, because they wanted him to say the exact words, quote, "I wasn't talking to a minor in this way, and didn't plan on meeting up with them at TwitchCon." Some people were kind of split about this situation. Some people, like myself, thought he was innocent and were using innocent till proven guilty, mainly because of how all the allegations are and how false allegations are thrown around too often now, and no one has shown proof of these allegations. Also, you can tell these tweets have some legal speak in them as well, which is kind of interesting. They're also kind of vague. I feel like they kind of have to be with this type of situation. Dr. Disrespect, in the midst of all this drama, actually streamed as he regularly does. Dr. Disrespect's main streaming times are like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm pretty sure. Maybe sometimes in between. And in between those times are also videos. He doesn't stream on the weekends. All this stuff came out over the weekend and was talked about, and he went back to his regular streaming on Monday like he would any other regular time, and he actually responded a little bit, basically saying he wasn't going to be talking about the situation. F the dude that made all that stuff.
For those that are looking for me to expand on this weekend, not gonna. I already said what I needed to say. I don't give a fuck about this guy. That's it. So I do appreciate the donations. I do appreciate the messages. But I like to put it in fifth gear right off the rip.
And basically went from there to do a regular stream until the last few minutes that kind of replay the event of him getting banned last time on Twitch.
Yo, Doc, put Dolby Atmos on you so you can fix your audio. You should watch your mouth. Doctor, I think you missed my last donation. But fear not, here's another.
An MMORPG for real fantasy fans. No cartoons, no bubbles.
Hello, Crash Nation. It's me, Ash, and I'm here with Chris.
Hello.
And today we're playing hide and seek. Yeah, let's throw him a taunt. He has the camera guy, so he's good.
Okay.
He's good.
Oh, this is the ladder stage.
Oh yeah, the bedroom, the bedroom. Let's go, let's go. I bet you this guy knows this teleport though.
Yeah, let's go to our... You want to do the pillow one or the drawer one?
Let's do the pillow one. They seem to check the drawer one first always.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay, well, I am excited. I've been loving playing hide and seek lately.
Yeah, oh man, it's so addicting.
I know, right? Super, super addicting. How come people are being found? I thought we had time to hide.
Oh yeah. I don't know how.
Or does it just say that when people leave the game?
Oh, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe?
Let me see. Yeah, it's still in there. They should not be being found right now. What's going on?
That is weird. Oh, I'm trying to get on the tip of that. Yeah, check it out.
Oh
you see me?
my, oh my, oh my. Wait, what?
Oh, that was easy.
I guess they left. Wow, good job.
Dang.
Alrighty then. Okay, let's see what map we get next. I didn't really get to see you up there. Were you on the top of the statue?
I was on top of the knife.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Like, standing.
Okay, it's bedroom again. It's bedroom. We can try it again.
Okay.
Who is the seeker this time? Unless, of course, you're the seeker.
Oh no, then everyone's in big trouble.
Dun, dun,
dun, dun.
dun. That would be bad. That would be bad. Let's see. I have a 9.09% chance. 10% chance.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, I thought it was gonna be you for sure.
It's getting close. It's getting close.
Okay. See you later. Good luck finding us. Bye. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Oh no.
Taunt, taunt, taunt. Choo.
You guys are taunting her. I did not taunt her this time. Let's go. Can you hide? Can you hide in the garbage can?
Can you?
I didn't notice the garbage can underneath the desk. Oh, wait!
Wow.
Everyone keeps leaving!
Okay.
Okay, guys, stop leaving.
They really don't like being it.
I guess not.
Ever.
I like being it. Pick
Don't
me.
ever make me
Pick
it. I
me.
never want to be it. No.
I know, right?
No. David Icke.
I'll be it.
No, bad. No.
I ordered his book too.
Bad.
Yeah, I want to be it.
No, bad.
Oh, the backyard, the backyard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who's it?
I appreciate everyone
Who's
watching
that?
today.
Who's it in the backyard? Who is going to be
The
looking?
backyard's tough.
we'll
We
get
don't really, like you said, we don't really know some of the.
Yeah,
We'll
I
get
don't
through
know
this
this
Champions
map
Clip.
very
That's,
well.
I know it's a tough. That's
because I don't know this one well.
life's weird
Maybe,
right now.
maybe, yeah, look. Oh,
Well-
it did.
we'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
Dun dun dun! You better not taunt me. How dare you?
fuck.
You get to try.
After basically responding to everything, going back to his regular gaming and such, he ends up looking at his phone one time and then starts, going on a basically long talk about how he's kind of done streaming for a little bit and he's going to take a long break.
All right. Did we ever go to this little blue area? I know we can go back and fight. What else is there to do here? Nothing else to do. What about quest lines? I know, but you know how we run things here. Waves, Mana. Welcome back. Welcome to the Champions Club. Jesse, appreciate the $50 donation. Only streamer I've ever donated to. Thank you for the 50. Cameron Hartley, thank you for the 5. How come you have a cupcake but not me? Thank you for the 5. How we feeling, Doc? Says Roy. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little fatigued. Feeling a little fatigued. We came in here, champs. We came in here. High energy. High energy. But I'm telling you, man, I'm just feeling fatigued. Right? Feeling a little burnt out. Yeah, but I appreciate you guys showing up. I appreciate you guys showing up. But I am serious when I say I'm feeling a little fatigued. You know? When shit like this happens over the weekend and it just kind of... It's like how many times can I... I don't... Like I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champs. So I just, you know, I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Go live in Costa Rica or something. I don't know. But I'm just feeling burnt out, I think. You know, I came into this with... When did we start streaming, champs? 2015? 16? Been doing this since 2009. You know? Different scene back then. Having a good time. Playing the games that were fun to interact with and create content with, and over the years it's just gotten, I don't know, like it's been drained out of me. It's being drained out of me. It's being drained out of my family and I. And I just feel like you know, I had the mindset of let's just see what happens today. How are we feeling? And I'll tell you, I just, I don't know. I'm just feeling burnt out. You know? Maybe it's time to start something new. Something different. You know, challenge those creative senses. A desire to explore different realms, if you will. But I think the first and foremost, though, is, you know, I did have a sort of a planned vacation coming up. And I think I might just extend that starting today, starting now. You know, one of these, let's take a step back. I mean, it is what it is. People get fatigued, right, champs? And to be honest, I don't know how long, you know, I know where my vacacion, how long my vacation is, but, you know, maybe I extend that. We'll see. We'll see. But I do appreciate you guys, champs, right? And look out for the socials. I'll keep you updated when we'll be back. But I definitely need to take a break from everything, you know? A podcast, start a podcast? I think what I'm most interested in, and believe it or not, champs, because obviously when you're a top tier gamer like me, when your gaming skill set is just incredible, and you know, you look like this, you know, why wouldn't you want to be in front of the camera all the time? But I'm kind of, I'm exhausted in being in front of the camera. I'm exhausted being on socials. The industry's changed so much. Just so much different energy out there, negative energy and clashing, and from everything that we've experienced since we've started this whole journey together, you know what I mean, champs? And I'm just like, when I go outside, I just feel so much better. When I remove myself, I just feel, what the hell is this, you know? So that's all I'm gonna say. Keep playing, Doc. We don't care. The fuck? Okay. Grief Warden, thank you for the $25 donation. Big Bearded Scotsman, welcome. Payback, thank you for the 46 months. Champs, I'm going to call it right there. A little short one. We've accomplished some things, but I think more importantly, we need to step away. I think when I say step away, I'm going to have to. Either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do. Right? Champs. Take all the time you need, says Layer Cake. I appreciate that. Give me back my dog! Okay. Don't be a pussy. God damn it. I'm telling you, it's fatigue. It's tired. It's wanting to just kind of move away from the limelight. Ultimately, that's what it's about. You know what I mean, champs? Damn, now what? Shit, there's 50 million other streamers you can watch right now. It's getting old, yo. What's getting old? Get the break. Respect it, Doc. Okay, I appreciate that. It's getting old, you're not alone. That's not very nice. You don't like me? It's time to drive into the sunset, says Swervin. Oof, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the commitments, the recommitments. Please, do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you soon. Yeah.
But Dr. Disrespect on June 25th, 2024, ended up making a full statement on his ban in a lengthy Twitter post, and it reads, "Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the effing BS. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I am here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society, and for extra context here, Midnight Society actually made a statement about parting ways with Dr. Disrespect after all these rumors were out for a little bit. But to go on, it says, "We made a painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whispers with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no charges have ever been brought up against me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and father, and it should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll effing own my stuff. This was stupid. Now, with all that said, don't get it mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I am no predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things and those type of people. That's a different level of disgust that I hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get out of here with that. I think I've said what I needed to regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, industry friends that have supported me, I apologize. I wish I could have said all this sooner. You guys have always shown me and my family love and support throughout all these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the best community and circle. If any of this has made you feel uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore. Just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real-life experience, I don't care about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of garbage, that's fine, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made the mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream and coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, right. People had some issues with this tweet due to him editing it a few times as he'd take in and out the word minor. In the end, on the last edited version of this, he actually did keep in the word minor. I think he might have changed maybe one or two sentences as well. But you can also tell there's not as much legal speak here, and it's more of him actually just speaking himself. I don't think this tweet was approved by anyone, like a lawyer or PR team, before it was released. Maybe it was, and they just wanted it to seem genuine, or like, you know, like just it come off as his true self. And maybe they don't care about the cussing, who knows. But overall, people took this as him admitting to purposefully talking to a minor, which I question if he actually knew or not if the person was a minor beforehand or during the conversations. There are some other questions that are being asked by the community since this, like, quote, did he know that if the person was a minor, and did he then stop talking to them, or did he continue to? Did the other person start the inappropriate conversations first without saying their age, and did Doc go along with it? Because he didn't say if he was the one that started the inappropriate conversation. Also, it said it teetered, so that means that, like, it's kind of weird because it goes on to my next quote question here. Like, what exactly was said that would be close to inappropriate? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not condoning any possible actions here or his actions at all. But with a situation like this, there's no context, no screenshots, no text logs, and no criminal case. Which, since he lives in California, if he did anything illegal in these messages, it would automatically become a case due to California laws. The situation is just super weird. Also, why did Twitch not ban him when the messages were first done? Because in the response, he says the conversation was in 2017, but he got banned in 2020, so why did it take 3 years for him to actually get banned for this? There's also another person Doc was messaging at the time while cheating on his wife, again going back to the 2017 thing. So basically in 2017, like I said earlier, he was caught being unfaithful to his wife, and I guess during this time he was being unfaithful with multiple women or just talking to whoever. So far, the people that he talked to during this time that we know of was one the minor, which we don't know in what way. We don't know if it was like actual explicit or not. And the second person is unknown, but supposedly was a worker at Twitch. And the third person here is a trans sex worker who exposed some DMs between each other. The tweet exposing him says, during that time in 2017 when he was cheating on his wife, with not only me, a trans sex worker, but also another woman, and texting a minor. He was exploiting me by making me give him cam shows with the promise of a partnership. A Twitch partnership, by the way. After the cam shows, he went ahead and blocked me. She then shows DMs I'm not going to read, but they're definitely sexual. There's not really much to even show with these messages, as he doesn't really talk much in these. It's mainly the worker here kind of just saying like certain things. He does do like a little bit of role playing these messages, but don't really go into much detail besides whenever the worker asks like, hey, what about that Twitch partnership, he goes on to say like, oh, they're looking for different types of creators at the moment, and he ends up unadding her and blocking her at some point. I wonder if you can count this as just buying, or in this case getting porn, because like the person is a sex worker, and you know, like, in a way, was this actually cheating, or is this him just getting, like, which some people declare as cheating, and some others don't. So it's kind of just a weird one there. Was there ever money given, which from what it sounds like there was not. So he might have just, like, used his power to get some cam shows. But anyway, I think Doc needs to wait till the weekend to make a response to the rest of this, so all the allegations and rumors can be thrown out there till they're all exhausted, and he can make one last very well made response answering important questions. YouTube is also pausing his memberships and completely demonetizing his YouTube channel at the moment and investigating the situation. If they think he is actually guilty of something pretty bad, he could be banned soon, which is weird because MiniLad and other scum still have channels that run ads. And MiniLad did a lot worse to multiple victims that are afraid to come out because of his popularity. But no, of course, Dr. Disrespect is the prime focus here, and if we made a bigger deal about MiniLad, maybe they would actually do something about it. But most recently, Slasher said or made a rumor that Dr. Disrespect was arrested. This was in the end false, but since we're talking about Twitch staff being weird, Cody Connors, the dude that came out with the allegations of flirtatious text just recently, like saying that he's this person, made multiple tweets promoting his music tour by saying if he got certain ticket sales, like selling out his shows, he would say why Dr. Disrespect got banned, which is weird and probably a lie made up by him. He could also very well get sued for this, and I'm guessing he will. He also admitted this in his Twitter bio that he probably would get sued over this. Like, why would you be this stupid? Like, why are you actually this dumb that you would make tweets that you're just going to lose all of your ticket sales? Like, hey, congrats. You got literally a 30 seconds of fame, and you have some of the most foggy and ridiculous allegations here. Like, you're an idiot. You're just an idiot. You're going to lose all of your ticket sale money. You're going to owe plus more of that because you're an ex-Twitch employee. You don't have those Amazon lawyers under you anymore. You're screwed, buddy, if he actually does that. But anyway, to go on, there was also a huge email that leaked with possible information that really makes you wonder about this whole Dr. Disrespect situation and adds a lot of info that contradicts and cross paths between other statements and such. Also want to say thank you to Chavez Flexing TN, because he actually came out with the tweet of the screenshot of the email with also a transcript of it, because it's a little hard to read because it's a little small. But the tweet reads, and also the email reads, I took time to actually transcribe this since the font is so small and hard to read based off this photo. Just something I want to throw out there. As stated before, there's always more to any story. Ask questions below and don't act on emotion. Verbatim, word for word, read below. I'm saying this to multiple known sources in the gaming news arena. I hope this is taken in the spirit in which it is intended. I'll keep this inbox open for 12 hours from now, then it will be gone forever. Here's what actually happened, but what cannot be said publicly by the Dr. Disrespect camp. There were whispers between Guy and a 17-year-old on Twitch. The age was not known at the time. These were messages in relation to how to scale new channels using tried and testing methods. Behind the scenes, this was a service that was offered by members of the Dr. Disrespect team under a different brand name. The brand name used could be interpreted in many ways. The transcripts were part of the court proceedings, and as outlined, show no wrongdoing nor illegality. The issue on Twitch's side was how some of the messages and brand name used could be interpreted differently, and was interpreted differently by certain members of the Twitch team that had taken a dislike to Dr. Disrespect due to the bathroom incident. The internal feeling was that it would, quote, only be a matter of time before they, quote, got him on something. This one, however, was way wide of the mark and wasn't what they thought it was. This became a result of a lot of back and forth at Twitch with various people in the let's get him camp and others in the we can't move forward with this camp. His whispers were being monitored because a core group of influential people within Twitch wanted him gone. The whispers in question were actually from many weeks prior to his last stream. The initial explanation provided to him during the termination communication was, quote, inappropriate behavior not benefiting of the Twitch brand. He's right in what he said at the time of his live on YouTube of the, quote, we still don't know, because for a long time Twitch could not admit to an explanation over and above the, quote, inappropriate behavior not benefiting of the Twitch brand until the matter went to court. The matter went to court and it was found in discovery that not only did a group of Twitch employees conspire to, quote, get him, they also broke data protection, internal policy, and CCA regulations by disclosing to a third party who had a contract with what they perceived to have happened. Internally, the argument on their side became, quote, why else would he be messaging someone that young, implying only a sinister perspective. For the avoidance of doubt, there was no, quote, sexting as implied by a former Twitch employee. There were messages, but not of that nature. Dr. Disrespect was the one who initiated legal proceedings and settled because of the fact that once something like this is said about someone, it cannot be unsaid, and there would always be some perhaps not fans who would say, well, there's no smoke without fire. We have seen many people accused of these things that turn out not to be true in the past, but by that time the damage was done. He agreed to the, quote, both party admits no wrongdoing joint statement purely because he, understandably, wanted all of this kept quiet. The fact that a former Twitch staff member has now made a tweet that changed things considerably, it's, quote, out there now and can't be walked back. Dr. Disrespect is furious that he cannot respond to this properly because his lawyers are telling him that it'll make the agreement invalid and he may be forced to pay back the settlement that he won. I'll say that again, that he won. There will be legal avenues explored on this one, and it will likely ultimately manifest itself in a huge damages claim against Twitch for this coming out. It's clear in the industry that they were absolutely raging when he reappeared on YouTube and came back bigger than ever. When he publicly backed Nick Merckx recently, the same group of current and ex-Twitch employees tried to identify if their compromised separation agreements from Twitch would be nullified if they spoke out, and only one had the guts to try testing the waters numerous times before to sell concert tickets. This person would have largely been fine legally, but if it was not mentioned the word sexting, because it was all about damaging Dr. Disrespect's reputation, but because they used that word, expect legal proceedings to get underway quickly because the transcripts will absolutely categorically show that there was no sexting, but merely communications with someone who turned out to be a minor that was not known at the time. That certain people within Twitch who had an agenda against Dr. Disrespect pounced and made it fit their agenda with zero proof. I am a former Witch employee. I now work elsewhere. I will not be identifying myself, and I will not answer any questions about who I am. However, I will answer some questions in relation to this case, as I was very close to this at the time. He deserves the right to have some transparency, but he's tied legally in what he can say until the new proceedings progress. He has the right to some of the story being out there, even if he can't be the one to say it, so I am sending this as an independent party who is fully aware of the facts and feel very uncomfortable with what has been thrown at him in the past few days based on the agenda of a very small group of people who did not like him. You should ask yourself, why are some of these people no longer at Twitch? Because they broke policy and in some cases the law by breaching data protection regulations. Many people were dealt with as a result of this and lost their jobs. You have a duty to balance the reporting of this until such time as a court proceedings provide the clarity you should have waited for but didn't. He's been good to you all, he's not what is said, and he deserves better, especially considering he agreed for their behavior not to be made public as he wants to protect the income streams of others. The Midnight Society piece is an example of a lot of people getting cold feet. They asked him about it, and he told them the messages existed, but they weren't in that nature, but couldn't share them as a part of the settlement, and the decision was made to put out that statement in haste. That was an impulsive move that they'll regret later. which honestly I 100% agree with. I actually forgot to talk about this earlier. I think that them like basically disbanding Dr. Disrespect, like parting ways with them, immediately kills the game as a whole. There is no Midnight Society, there is no Dead Drop, and there is no people to buy it or want to play it without Dr. Disrespect. And if you want to think about it on the other side, like not the fan side but the hater side, people don't really want to buy it either if they know that he worked on it. And it really sucks that so many people, and like basically without any proof besides what was said, a foggy, not well told story of what happened, and so much action has already been took against him. It's insane. But it sounds like Dr. Disrespect was messaging someone who he didn't know was a minor, but only for business and methods of how to grow Twitch accounts, as it was a part of another company he had or was a part of. And due to some of the messages being able to be interpreted to an inappropriate manner, the group of people who did not like Dr. Disrespect used this to the best of their ability to get him shut down. A lot of people near the beginning of this drama releasing have been asking Twitch or someone to release the whispers, the Twitch whispers, the messages that are supposedly inappropriate, but sadly that is not legally possible unless someone breaks the law or somehow finds a way to leak them. It's basically under law and basically under contracts and law and such. They can't release these unless someone can try to do it anonymously, which is basically probably impossible. I feel like there's a way that data miners or something can get it, but I don't really know I don't really know much about that type of stuff. But I think it's possible. Speaking of legally, I think it's interesting that people that are coming out about this are ex-Twitch employees that broke data breaching laws. You can go to basically Slasher and Cody Connor's profiles and it says ex-Twitch employee. I think the email is pretty interesting and probably the most true statement that we have about this entire situation, as it battles other statements and such said recently. And it makes a lot of sense. It's also weird because a lot of people just don't understand that legally he couldn't talk about this at the time and can't really say anything now, too. I've seen so many comments about, like, why didn't he say this? Why is he not saying nothing? Why is he being vague? He probably can't. There's, like, a lot of legal repercussions. We don't know, like, all the information there. I know that Keemstar said, like, and some others were like, oh, I have lawyers. They said that there's, like, no reason he couldn't just say this or that. There's probably more that he wants to say, but just simply can't. I'm not an expert at the law or anything, but I'd be afraid to say anything as well if I was Dr. Disrespect and had Amazon's lawyers ready to pounce on me at any error made in this sensitive subject. You gotta think, this is Amazon. Twitch is with Amazon. They're owned by Amazon. What, do you want to go against the best lawyers in the world? Do you want to possibly pay back millions of dollars? No. No, you don't. Of course, I'm going to try to keep it my best abilities, like, even if I can't say the full situation. Honestly, that long statement that Dr. Disrespect made was probably looked over and still probably had to be edited, so they couldn't say too much. Allegations didn't make sense to me when I first heard them, because saying he was using the Twitch Whisper system, which is Twitch's messaging system on Twitch, it doesn't really make sense to me, because why would anyone use Twitch Whispers to talk to each other? And how does this conversation even start? Trying to get into this business or like a part of them in some way, trying to figure out algorithms or something of the sort about Twitch. The allegation that Doc was sexting minors on Twitch and that's why he got banned just sounds like an out-of-pocket joke. It sounds like something I could literally think of on the spot, like, yeah, dude, Dr. Disrespect got banned because he used the Twitch Whisper system to sext minors. Like, it just sounds like an out-of-pocket joke that you could just think of like that. Because, like, saying, like, messaging someone on Twitch Whispers and especially sexting them on there sounds like just such a joke. Like, it actually just sounds hilarious. Like, it sounds so unreal. On Twitch Whispers, you can't even send pictures or videos, so it's just a text conversation. And it doesn't make sense of why he would flirt with someone if he didn't see their face or really know anything about them. I don't know why they would just sit there only on there, unless, it was just business or something. Also, I think that Doc wouldn't meet with this person at TwitchCon because there's cameras everywhere and he's went to these events before with his wife and daughter, and there's going to be people streaming and vlogging there, himself included. Like, he'd probably do it in real live stream or a vlog of some sort at TwitchCon. So him meeting up with someone, especially a minor, makes zero sense because he would get caught so quickly, and he knows that. I also don't like or trust Twitch staff due to their numerous weird things that they have done in the past and present, especially with a lot of these ex-Twitch employees possibly getting fired for breaking data, breaching rules, and possibly even the law is super sketchy, and they've done more things in the past, and even this whole Dr. Disrespect ban seems sketchy, because especially with this email now that there was a witch hunt camp that was against Dr. Disrespect, trying to hunt him down and try to find anything bad about him, it just does not help Twitch look any better. I think there's no real way to trust them, and I think the email is 100% true. In fact, during the time of Dr. Disrespect's ban, people were saying the same exact things about people not liking Doc due to the way he acted in general towards them. I guess he was a little hard-headed and doesn't like to listen to others' ideas. It's something he's talked about on stream before, where he talked about what he regretted when he was working at Call of Duty making the maps. He said that he wished he just looked at other people's perspectives more besides just focusing on his own visions. So maybe he was also this way towards Twitch staff, which possibly also helped with this witch hunt, but supposedly they stopped liking him after the bathroom incident, which I don't see why that bathroom incident would actually begin a whole hate mob. I feel like it's because of the way he acted towards Twitch staff, possibly to acted towards them. There's also some questions to ask, like what was said in these messages and what was said that could have possibly been took differently into a flirtatious way that could have, basically spun a narrative, like how it was said in the email. Was it on purpose or accident? And also, do they mean inappropriate as bashing Twitch or talking bad about Twitch people? Because now we don't really know exactly what inappropriate way they were talking about due to the email. At least that's how I see it. There's still some questions. I hope he answers these in the future. So far they have not been answered and only assumed. Slasher or some other Twitch staff went on a Rolling Stone interview and tried to basically answer this for us, or answer this for Doc, by saying he knew of the age and did not care and still sent explicit messages anyway. A lot of people are sick of the rumors and just want the Twitch whisper messages to be published, and personally I think they should be as well. I'm starting to get annoyed as there's so many ideas to the story and there's so many sides and so many people immediately jumping wagons, and it's literally all hearsay, especially with what has been recently said in that email, that with it all being hearsay, foggy, weird, there's no wagon to exactly jump on. And I will blame Doc a little here because he didn't give full context in the situation whenever he could have. But he also probably couldn't legally, and he probably wasn't thinking about that at the time. But to go on, of course, his friends had their own thoughts, opinions, and reactions to this drama. Tim the Tatman did a Twitter video.
Wow, this is absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing. I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years, and seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I think for me, I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate, if he knew that was a minor and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that. I can't. I appreciate y'all. This is beating me up, but this is unfortunate to say the least. This is awful. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love you give, and I'll see y'all soon, man.
Z-Laner also did a Twitter video.
Hey everyone, just making this video due to the fact that a lot of people are obviously wondering what my thoughts are on the Doc situation. People speculating what my silence over the last few days means. I want to start by saying the silence has been nothing more than probably what it's been for a lot of people over the last few days. It's been pretty devastating, devastating news. Just hard to come to grips with. For Doc, I hope this is a dark part of his past. I hope he learns from the situation, and it never happens again. A full-grown man messaging a minor is unacceptable, and I can't stand by that. So that's it.
And I think that both of these are pretty vague. I'm pretty sure Nick Merckx did a couple as well.
Checking in. Look, I open Twitter. Bunch of my mentions are he, they, she, hey, they, fucking. I identify as a helicopter. God damn it. And I seen the couple tweets about the doc. I'm as taken back as a lot of you guys are, okay? But the fact remains that these are some crazy accusations. Crazy. Big-time accusations. And until we know more, until we know them as fact, until they've been proven with evidence, what are we talking about? What's anybody talking about? As far as the leave the little kids alone stuff, this doesn't make it any further from the truth. Leave little children out of your shit. Have a nice day. Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but what can you do, So I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And look, I hope you guys have a good day, all right?
But these are pretty vague. I don't understand what they are exactly saying. Like, are they still friends with Doc? Are they going to play with him in the future? Are they going to wait and decide? Like, of course you don't support those type of actions, the interpreted actions of, being around minors inappropriately. No one does. No good person does support those actions. I think, personally, that they'll all play with him again shortly after his return to YouTube streaming. Everyone he knew had a good connection to him, and all the allegations are so, kind of poor. Okay, so there's a piece of information that I can go ahead and bring up here, and if this evidence is true, let's also bring up some other stuff after looking at this evidence really quick. So Dr. Disrespect was supposedly, this was confirmed, by the way, this is a post from Call of Shame, a YouTube community tab post from Call of Shame. I think a commentary YouTuber or something like that. I've watched a video or two of his, but I can't remember exactly anything about him. To go on, it says, breaking news confirmed. Dr. Disrespect was reported by Twitch to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children when they were illegally recording whispers by the doc back in 2017. A full investigation was authorized and no wrongdoing was found and no illegal activity took place by Dr. Disrespect. No arrests were made and no charges were filed, thus adding more weight that Dr. Disrespect is innocent, as this is indeed looking like a witch hunt by ex-Twitch employees to frame Dr. Disrespect. Unconfirmed, it was also reported that the, quote, minor was actually a former Twitch employee pretending to be a 17-year-old girl, trying to bait Dr. Disrespect with entrapment techniques, while the ex-Twitch mods illegally recorded it all. They were all fired soon after and sued by Dr. Disrespect's legal team. they are very bitter over this and why this whole thing is coming out for the second time after it already had been dealt with. So a lot of people have been going on about this and talking about it. I don't know if, I know Drum Alert talked about how he was reported to the this like committee or whatever, but if you think about it, Dr. Disrespect was found to do nothing illegal, and also why would Twitch have to pay out, or in general pay out, an entire contract, a 8-figure contract, so at least $10 million to Dr. Disrespect if he actually did something wrong? It just doesn't make exact sense. Like, if he actually broke the law, then there would have been something found wrong in these messages. This National Center would have, like, actually, flagged something. There would actually be charges filed. And it sounds like the inappropriate conversation was not even from Doc. It was this person trying to be flirtatious towards him. I feel like people are kind of misinterpreting the whole response into a way that is more negative or more, I guess perverted is the only word I can think of at the moment than what it really was. And also, it really sucks. The damage has already been done. People have already made a bunch of jokes about it, and that is already permanently on you. Like, him cheating on his wife was already a huge deal, but no one really talks about that anymore. But, like, these pedo allegations never really go away. Sucks that he has to deal with this now for the rest of his life. But he probably won a whole lot of money from suing these people over this. Like, even because he probably, at least, he got his contract paid out. So that's, like, at least $10 million. But what about, like, did he get any extra from that? And he probably went on to sue everyone else a part of this. It just looks scummy. Like, Twitch just looks so more untrustable every single time you look at them. Every single time you hear something in the news about them. They're just straight weirdos, okay? Like, I could go on a rant about it. There's proof out there. You can simply look up the proof of how Twitch are weirdos, how Twitch has constantly failed as a platform for creators. They've been more against creators than ever before now. One example really quick would be, used to, if you were in the top % of streamers, your subs, your Twitch subs, which are $5 subscriptions where you get emojis and like a little badge beside your name, like the YouTube memberships, you pay $5. Like, that's like the lowest tier, the tier 1. You used to be able to get 75% of that if you were one of the top people, over $2.50, which is what the average person gets. The average person gets half of that. Half of the $5, so $2.50. But now everyone is stuck at the 50%. And so it's just, and they now are like, oh, just put more ads in. But, that angers a lot of the fans and stuff. And also, some of these ad rolls are like 8 ads. It's like 5 minutes of ads or so. It's just straight up, I think it may be 12 or 15 at times. I don't really know. But Twitch has just progressively gotten worse. And they've become progressively more money hungry. And just apparently hate everyone. They hate the people that work for them. They hate the people that stream and make their platform actually something, because without the viewers and without the streamers, that platform is nothing. It literally wouldn't exist. But they treat everyone that makes it something like garbage. Another reason why he possibly got banned was due to, like it said in the email, due to politics possibly. Like, that's why they started a witch hunt, and that's why it was just recently exposed. And it's kind of convenient because, like, a week or two ago, he was talking to Nick Merckx about like certain stuff that's kind of political, and I think he agreed with Nick Merckx. I feel like that's the only reason they'd be so on him. Maybe he made a joke or something. I don't know. To go on, since the news broke out, he has lost partnerships with NBA 2K and will be removed from the game in the next update. His bourbon company's website is down. He stepped down from the gaming studio, Midnight Society. He lost collaborations with the 49ers and possibly every sponsor he had. He's also now being investigated by YouTube, and his membership system and his YouTube monetization has been took away. By the way, you can donate to me. YouTube takes, I think, 30% of that. But still, it'd be very nice. You get a little end credit thing, a little thank you and such. Alright, so to be 100% clear, and also there was another rumor that Dr. Disrespect supposedly got arrested, and that is a false rumor. That is not true. Slasher also backed it up afterwards. I'm not going to play the clip because it's from a Hassan stream, and also it says like the area where he lives. Dr. Disrespect also got doxxed by some just random person on Twitter, and I have like a screenshot of that information on my phone. But the information was pretty accurate on where he was, and Slasher, for whatever reason, says like where he lives basically, and I think that's in poor taste. I think that's disgusting. Could have just said, the area where he lives. I got a message, but Kavos I think also got the same exact message because he talks about it in his video. But no, there's nothing about Dr. Disrespect getting arrested. There's nothing there. He talked to the sheriff's office, and if he did get arrested by now, people would know. People would have already said it by now. That he did not get arrested. Just to be clear, and just so you all know, honestly, I just think that was kind of stupid. It was a very weird. It took a very weird turn for a second. Like, oh my goodness, did he actually get arrested? But no, he did not. Okay, so just to be 100% clear about that, Slasher, once again, false information, step too far ahead. Yeah, don't trust Twitch staff. But to go on, I guess we will find out more about this soon, but at the time of making this video, I'm trying to get these weekly videos out. Also thinking about, unless more information comes out or another response from Doc comes out Saturday or sometime this weekend, it makes sense if Dr. Disrespect answered this weekend, because I think all of the allegations and stuff have been exhausted. I think that he could sit down with his lawyers and make a proper, good, long response that clears up basically any questions or any fog. But for now, I actually just see this situation as kind of done with, kind of on pause, on hold. But I don't see what else could come out besides the messages or another response from Dr. Disrespect. Maybe some sponsors giving out the "we are done with them" messages, or maybe some other info and rumors, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm guessing Doc will come back during the release of Black Ops 6. He's lost about 50,000 subscribers so far, which isn't really bad considering his subscriber count and other people's losses during during allegations like this. He's really gotten a nice. The people Dr. Disrespect fans do not really care. I feel like a lot of Doc watchers will watch him again when he returns. I mean, if he comes back just randomly in the next few months, I think the whole world is going to watch just to see what happens and what he says on stream. Doc did break his personal best viewership-wise on his first stream back on YouTube after the Twitch ban, so we'll just have to see. I honestly think that a lot of I think Dr. Disrespect has loyal followers and stuff, and also with how the allegations are right now, with so much hesitant stuff and so much fog and nothing really being too clear, I think that he's probably going to still have a lot of fans and a lot of people watching him. Don't get me wrong, we've seen a lot of fans recently throw stuff away and such, but a lot of them are actually really waiting. So I think even after all this drama, if he doesn't respond to it again or anything, he'll probably be just fine. I think sometime soon we'll have one last response from Dr. Disrespect answering questions and clearing stuff up, or sometime after the legal stuff is cleared, we'll get that. And he'll make a return at the end of the year, either at the end of the year, at the start of the year, or after, or sometime during the release of Black Ops 6. Comment down below, chat, over under if he comes back sometime after or during the Black Ops 6 release. You can bet on this at FanDuelSports.com/ I'm kidding, I'm not sponsored. My bookie is there's a prop bet right there for you. Also, please give me 10% of that revenue. Please. If you want me to be 100% honest, the situation has really hurt me. There's too many questions to ask and too many statements that battle each other, like the email and all the other rumors that are coming out at the moment. He's one of my favorite streamers, and I've been watching him since the Twitch days. He was a big part of 2020 for me, and making this video and looking back at his life made it so much worse because I learned more about him during this time. I only have good to say about Doc, or I only had good to say about him, as he puts a lot of time and money back into his streams, getting cool graphics, and spending a lot of time and energy on stuff for his streams. And he is more entertaining than anyone I've ever watched streaming-wise, and I'd even say he is the best streamer ever, and very inspirational to me as he makes me think of more ideas on what to do for my videos, and possibly the other endeavors that I plan on doing in the future. He's been very inspirational to me. I don't condone or support any of the stuff that he possibly did or did at all. I think that it was stupid that he was cheating in the first place on his wife, whether it was minor or not. She looks good, by the way, respectfully. She is absolutely beautiful. She looks amazing. I won't show her out of respect, but it's even more stupid if he truly knew the age and kept going on and was inappropriate. Hey, if it's true, if he actually was like sending explicit messages even after knowing the age, yeah, that's pretty bad. I'll give it to you. You all win. It's pretty bad. But like Z-Laner said, I hope he is out of that dark place now, which I'm sure he is and has been for a long time, especially after the cheating admission on stream, because like that's got to be humiliating and you got to really turn your life around after that. Having millions of dollars and a family just to possibly lose it all because you're being too much of a horn dog is absolutely stupid. There's so many ways that you can go through acting on your wants in those type of ways and such. You gotta communicate a little bit, I guess, right? I feel bad for his family and himself. It has to be so stressful on them all, and possibly even stressful on the marriage. It sucks that we don't know what was said in these chats or anything about, and for once, I'm truly really speechless and kind of just want to step back from this. I also think his streamer friends and fans are in the same predicament, but who knows. This video was overwhelming to make for some reason, I guess with all the information. Some true, some not. Trying to figure out what's true and false, and being conflicted myself with the matter. It's been a rough one. I think Doc needs to make one last response tweet, giving more context and clearing up any fog, so we can actually make the proper choice here on which, like, is he gonna, or should we support, should we not support him? Or is there truly anything to be mad about? But we probably won't get to know anything for a long time due to the legal side of everything, which is very annoying and exhausting to say because legal stuff takes forever and not having full context is incredibly annoying. But I want the people who watch my videos to have full context and all possible information on anything I talk about, and I hope you all will not be ignorant and just think with your emotions and jump guns and such like a lot of people have recently. I hope that you all are open-minded, and I encourage that way of thinking besides being closed-minded and emotion-based thoughts and actions. I also want to ask you all what your thoughts are on the situation now. Now that you have as much information as I could possibly give you for now, and basically having the email and everything, what do you all think about the situation? Because to be honest, I've looked at Twitter and the Champions Club, which is Dr. Disrespect's fan base's name. They're called the Champions Club. Personally, I thought about calling mine like the bottle, the PERK bottle, the pill bottle, the pills. Those are actually really bad though. So if you all have any better ideas, just please let me know. But honestly, what's y'all's thoughts and opinions about this? Are you for Doc? Or are you against Doc? Why? Like, put your comments down below. Because personally, like, all the evidence that's came out made sense, and a lot of fans of Dr. Disrespect have been talking, like I was talking about earlier. The Champions Club have said that they have either mixed feelings about it or they just agree. They like Doc. They're sticking with him. They think that all this other stuff is nonsense or something like that. There was a conversation about, like, what if his return live stream is him going on stream after all the legal battles and debunking everything, which I would love. I would love to just see that type of live stream, that type of ego boost, that, like, the tone of voice and everything just being so, like, in your face and a big F you to every, like, hater and everything. Like, I would love to see that. Or just like a statement in general that clears up everything. That would be so dope. That would be absolutely dope. I would absolutely love that. And I think it's a good idea. And honestly, his return is going to be huge. Either way, he's going to be making money. And to be honest, I don't blame Doc's fans for still, planning to watch him when he comes back and not really caring about all this. Because I think Dr. Disrespect has a lot of open-minded and not, like, doesn't have these fan bases that, hey, if you get canceled or you get quote exposed or like have some lies against you, that they just automatically like dump you in the dust. He has a very loyal fan base and has a lot of loyal and nice friends that probably will do the same. But we'll just have to see. But what are your all's thoughts and opinions on this situation? Personally, I think there is more information that makes sense that is for Doc than against him.
So the most interesting thing about the Dr. Disrespect thing is the reaction from the community. Oh, by the way, here's an update. He did it. Case closed. Whatever. But that's not what's interesting to me. I'm a social media critic. I criticize influencers and have fun with it. So I'm always very interested, and I usually can predict with 100% accuracy how a community react, how the internet will take it. I was very, very gray on this because Doctor had so much support. And this particular thing, have you noticed that one side of the culture war is demanding that you take their word for it? Oh, my evidence. That people that wanted to see the whole story before they condemned were actually being shamed, which is not only the smart thing to do, so you don't look stupid after it comes out, it's just the right thing to do. Oh, my evidence. Yeah, it's done. It's over with. We said it. I've seen some really interesting exchanges with Nick DiOrio. I've seen some extremely interesting words from people like Anissa Joma. I've seen even a veto on my timeline. There seems to be sort of an anger that you would even think that. Now, is it because they're a bunch of fascists that they want the allegations to be the evidence? Maybe. I'm sure there's people on that side that feel that way. Or is it something even more selfish than that? Could it possibly be ego? Why aren't you taking me? Why aren't you taking my words with some kind of authority without evidence? I've said it, therefore it is. And it's not so much because I'm a fascist lunatic and the allegations, the evidence, but under normal circumstances, you would believe what I say. Because that's what happened. I don't know. Look, they didn't catch Ben Shapiro in a whorehouse full of little boys. They got Dr. Disrespect. He's not exactly a right-wing cultural icon. And they're angry even to right now that this isn't being taken, that their words weren't being taken literally as soon as they uttered them without the evidence, and they're shaming the people that wanted to hear the whole story. They actually do sound like a bunch of fascists, but I don't think all of them are. I think they're mad that they lost clout. And when I mean clout, I don't mean climbing the YouTube ladder. I mean taken seriously. Can you imagine taking Twitch seriously? Can you imagine taking Slasher, esports reporter, seriously? Can you imagine taking Anissa Joma seriously? Can you imagine taking anybody seriously that would shame you for wanting to hear the entire story? That's amazing. And going into this, I can easily predict how the community is going to react, how things are going to go. And I said to Chud Logic, I have no idea. I talked to Nick DiOrio. I don't have any idea how this is going to turn out. And I didn't. Because I think kind of what we're seeing is one side of the culture war freaking out because they're not taken seriously anymore. If they ever were. I mean, who wouldn't want to see the evidence before they condemn somebody? And the actual condemnation, like with Nick Merckx and Tim the Tapman, isn't enough. And it'll never be enough. That's what I got out of Dr. Disrespect. A bunch of bedwetting fascists that can't believe that nobody thinks they're worth listening to.
I'm going to make another video once more information comes out, but for now, that is all. But it seems like, the Champions Club is still with Doc. They're still behind him. The seats are still filled in the arena. Maybe that's not a bad thing. It just really sucks that Dr. Disrespect has basically, because of these allegations, lost so much so quickly, and that he's probably not getting any of that stuff back after he denounces all this, if he does. And hey, if he doesn't denounce all this and he actually ends up being the bad guy, then hey, I guess you all were right. And I'll have to admit that at another time. Hopefully I won't have to, but if I do have to, I will. But with everything said, thank you all for watching. Another video will be out next week, hopefully, no promises. 2 weeks in a row of uploading. This is going to age really bad if I do not get this out by Saturday the 29th. But with all that said, again, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I've made videos like this on other people. I recommend the Pyrocynical video every time. And actually, speaking of, I mean, if you want to be honest here, Pyrocynical did do worse. He's the 2-time back-to-back minor talking champion. And also defended it, saying that, hey, it's okay because it was roleplay.
What these people look like, their gender, these weren't variables. Like, I could have been doing this with a 90-year-old cave troll and it wouldn't have made a difference. It was roleplay after all. You're just pretending.
Go follow my Twitter, and thank you all for the support. Really, you all can go donate. YouTube takes 30% of that. I'm pretty sure I would do memberships, but I don't really know what to do with those memberships. Hopefully a new announcement soon. Hopefully you hit 10,000 subscribers. And in the end, I'm PERK 30, and
I believe that until proven guilty, every man, woman, and child in this country is innocent.
Please, do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you soon. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.